Hey there, gang. Boy, do I have a treat for you this time out. This right here, Mr. Man, this is the video that you have been waiting for. Because in recent videos, I have been showing you books that I have been processing for weekly auctions. Well, this time out, we are going to be processing books for the upcoming Elite auction. So these are all comic books that are worth a couple grand at least each. So these are going to be some good books to look at. So if you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. And as I said, I am unboxing books that I have been given to process for upcoming Elite auction. Everything in the Elite auction is generally we think it's going to bring at least a couple $1,000s. So I'm not sure what we're going to see in this box, but it's supposed to be all good stuff. So let's not waste any time. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment away, do all the groovy things, and stick around until the end of the video for the double extra super top secret password that you need to enter the great 1,000 subscriber giveaway contest. No doubt that will still be going on. Because it's been months. It'll still be going on by the time this video is uploaded. So let's see what we've got here. First off, look at that. Mr. Mystery number 12, 1953. Wow. And that, I believe, was used in Seduction of the Innocent, or was it used in the Keyhofer Senate hearings into the origins of juvenile delinquency? The good old U.S. senators thought for sure it was something like this. Certainly that's what Dr. Freddy had convinced them of. So that's a Bernard Bailey cover. I use this image sometimes. As you may know, I have the diabetes. I got into a bad case of Oreos this one time and came down with the diabetes. And I have to get injections into my eye every so often. And every time I do on my social media, you'll know I've been to the doctor's that day because I post this image right here. So anyway, that's it. That's a good book right there. With that classic cover. That's the kind of cover you want on the wall of your she shed or man cave or office that you want to share with folks. Because it's one of the all-time greats. Here we go. Speaking of all-time greats, Marvel Tales number 96. This is the original run of Marvel Tales. Look at all the blood dripping off of the logo there. Nice looking 5.5. I would have given that a little better than 5.5 myself, I think. Has the Marvel Red Bullet logo. That's a 1950 book. Very nice. Here's one you knew we would have, right? There's an Incredible Hulk 181. Got an arrival date stamp on it, unfortunately. But that's a nice 8.0. That should bring a nice little bit of coin there. What else do we have? Gotta take these out of the bag so you can see the nice case. I think these are all CGC. I don't think there's any CBCS or anything in here. That I believe is a 4-color number 62. So that's probably some Karl Barks. It says so right there, Karl Barks. Yep, Donald Duck in frozen gold. Now, in the old days, before I was in the corporate world, I would have made a joke about don't trust that yellow snow. It may not be frozen gold. But I can't do that anymore. I have to be a good boy. Look at this. Holy crap. That was worth the price of admission, huh? Nice looking cover there. And that's a nice looking 3.0. What is wrong with this that it's a 3.0? The cover's a little rough. I mean, the spine. A lot of color chipping. I can't tell if it's separated or not. That's a really nice looking 3.0. Nice. Detective Comics 35. So that would be what? Batman's 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's his 9th appearance. With the injection theme. Well, back in the Golden Age, they were just shooting everybody with the hypodermics, weren't they? Captain America number 3. 1941. 1.5. Oh, I see. This cover is separated. Can you see that? Boy, CGC does do a nice job, though, of encasing these books. So that even though it's got that split in the cover, that is definitely a display-worthy copy right there. Absolutely, for certain. Nice. Look at this. Here it is. Batman number 11, 4.5, 1942. Nice Joker cover. Sweet! And here's another Batman for you, and another Joker cover. Definitely an elite-worthy comic book. Batman number 37. The Joker Mobile. Is this the first appearance of the Joker Mobile? The Joker plane? Oh, where does he get those cool toys? Joker signal. Oh, he's stealing Batman's thunder. That's a nice look. 9.2. No wonder I'm looking at the spine, looking like, okay, what's the damage? And thinking, wow, it's a nice looking book. Yeah, of course. 9.2 on that. Wow. That's going to bring multiple thousands of dollars. You got a couple 10 or 20 grand kicking around. I think that's what you're going to need to play on that one. But it's always fun to just go in early, throw in a vanity bid. Here's Archie number 1. Archie's looking a little off model from what you would expect today, huh? They all are, actually. And when was the last time you saw Cubby the Bear, Judge Owl, Squirmy the Worm? That's not racist. Although he's green instead of yellow, but it's still, I think, well, you know, it's unfortunate. It's not something we would do today. Let's put it that way. Not something we would or should do today. What else we got here? Astonishing. Number 30. That's a nice cover. Look at that. Bloodshot Eyes of Death. Look at it, cooking him right down to a skeleton. I don't think you'd see that on a comic book cover even today. That's a Joe Maneely cover, too, by the way. Atlas logo. It's a 4.0, 1954. Poor old Joe probably looked about like that when he got hit by that train, huh? I'm sorry, too soon? Too soon, I guess. Oh, look at this. Here's a 4.5 and a nice looking 4.5. Why is this not like at least a 6? Well, I guess it's a little rough here. Boy, that really cleaned up nice, though. That's a good looking book. First appearance of Spider-Man, 4.5. Sweet. And I like how they did this with the, a little bit of stain right there. It's not on the case. That's the actual book. But how they did the, kind of like before manga was invented, they were doing manga speed lines. But rather than like a line, they did it in the coloring, which is kind of cool. And even extended that coloring into the building here. You wonder, were these people actually up on the roof when they happened to see Spider-Man swinging by? They wouldn't have had time to go up on the roof afterwards. Look at this guy. How did he even get there? They're pretty big, too. They're like bigger. He's bigger than that window. He would not fit in this building. And then there's the age-old question, what the hell is Spider-Man swinging from? What is that line attached to? But this building's pretty tall, so maybe over here there's a really big, tall building. But anyway, that was nice. That was worth looking at. Don't you think? Here's a little Air Ace action. We saw there in the recent EC Comics video, we saw some copies of Air Aces. But here's some actual Air Aces back in the day. Action Comics number 18. So they still don't have Superman on every single cover, although by this point they've smartened up and at least put him up here. Nice. 1939. 1939. Look at that. It's a 1.0. That's a really nice looking 1.0, though. I keep saying that. I keep saying this is really nice for this grade, but... Oh, I guess you get some water stains back here. And that cover might be detached. Probably is, huh? That's definitely display worthy, though. I'd buy that all day long. If I had the money. But if you've got the money. Here's the first appearance of Brainiac. Some people will tell you this was the first book of the Silver Age. I think this beats... no, this comes after. Because the Legion was, what, February 58? And so this is July 58. So, oh no, I think Adventure Comics was on sale in February 58. So that would have been February, March, April, May cover. So the Legion still beats Brainiac. Of course, there are some people that say that, and I'm one of them, that the first appearance of the Flash is kind of a late Atom Age book, or it's like an early Silver Age book. That the Silver Age proper really started with, some people will tell you, the debut of the Legion. Others will say it's this book right here. You know, once the Superman mythos started to really explode. And that's the first appearance of Brainiac. Back when he was still a space villain and not yet a robot. Because DC didn't know that there was a Brainiac computer kit on the, on the market. So they had to do a big mea culpa, and that sort of resulted in them making Brainiac an android. It's a long story. I think I've told it before, but here's Wonderworld Comics, number 3, with the Flame, with his flame gun. That's one freaky looking dude over here, right? Huh. You also got Patio Day, newsreel reporter. Not many newsreel reporters these days. Spark Stevens of the Navy. K-51, Spies at War. This is a Fox Features book, is that right? Yes, Fox Features. 4-0. Nice book. Nice book. Actually, I think some of the 3s and 1s we've looked at actually look better than this 4. Those clearly had some, spine splits and defects. That one's just regular old run-of-the-mill rough. But they certainly do look nice in these cases, don't they? And some of these books, you get a 4 or a 5, and you could have the best graded copy. Look at this. Oh, Fred McMurray. If you don't know, Captain Marvel was originally modeled to look like the actor Fred McMurray, well before My Three Sons. So this is Whiz Comics number 3, which is actually number 2, because number 2 was number 1, because number 1 was an ash can, which I think was actually called Thunder Comics. If that's the story as I recall it. So this would be just the second appearance of what you know today as Shazam. Back in the day, we called him Captain Marvel. And he really does look like Fred McMurray, doesn't he? This is the same guy from the cover of Action Comics number 1. He was kind of a stock actor, straight out of Central Casting. You put him in a suit for Action Comics number 1, you throw a helmet on him. Same guy. DC is always doing these, alternate cover months. They should do a month where, like, this guy is running away in the cover of every book. I'm weird, I guess. I have weird ideas. Hey, speaking of weird ideas, here's Weird Science. Weird Science. I wonder if Courtney Cox is in this book anywhere. And you go ahead and leave in the comments below if you know. That was kind of inside baseball. That was really reaching back into the old reference machine, wasn't it? A deep cut, as they would say. Weird Science number 12, which was actually number 1. I forget what title this was previously that it borrowed the numbering from. Here's Ant-Man, or probably Doll-Man at that point. Boom, boom, boom. Only a few more books to go. Oh, look at this. Oh, my stars and garters. This is sweet. I want this. Oh, my goodness. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories, Volume 1, Number 1. Nice. Opening number. Very sweet. Couple of small chips here. It's a 4-0. What a beautiful book. Some spine stress here, but still. Look at that. Wow. I wish there were more Duck fans still. Time was, that would have been the best-selling book by far out of this upcoming Elite auction. But there aren't as many Duck fans as there used to be, I'm afraid. Mostly they've died off. Here's Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 2. That's cannibalism, isn't it? Donald the Duck trying to make a meal of Lurky the Turkey here. That's some definite avian cannibalism. Cannibalism. It's a hard word to say. Oh, here's something. Here's something you were waiting for. Sweet. Superman 1.5. Nice. And unfortunately, the auction will probably be over by the time this video gets uploaded. But there's a 0.5, which last time I looked was up to around 30,000. So there's 1.5. Not as clean. Well, that 0.5 actually was a repro. It had a reproduction cover, so it was technically coverless. That's why it's a 0.5. But it had, on that repro cover, it had little pieces of the original cover that were remaining. This one looks like it has a nice big rip in it. But it is the full, actual original cover of Superman number 1. So that's some sweetness. This is actually, what am I trying to remember? This image is taken from another image. It's a Schuster image, I think, from an earlier issue. And Schuster added these, but I think it's Leo E. O'Melia, the Golden Age artist who kind of redid this. If I remember the story. I might have to edit this chunk out if I'm guessing wrong. It says Joe Shuster cover and art, but I think I'm remembering that was actually embellished by Leo. But anyway, nice. Superman #1, 1939. Holy cannolis. Look at that. That's sweet. That's sweet. And I get to touch it. I get to touch it. Problem is I can't actually touch it. And I can't smell it. Are you one of those freaks that likes to smell old comic books? You know, if they had a perfume, if they could make girls smell like old paper, I would definitely have my wife. I would buy that perfume for my wife for sure. Here's another hot poker to the eye cover. They were all about that in the 50s, weren't they? This is 1953. Underworld crime. You don't see much overworld crime. It's mostly underworld crime. So, this is what they call headlight covers. My goodness, she's going to get it. She's going to get it good. That hand is a little small for the head. But you know what they say about criminals with small hands. Small feet. Alright, what else we got here? 2 more books. 2 more books. Oh. What's better than the first appearance? Well, it wasn't the first appearance of Superman, but Superman #1. What's better than Superman #1 or Walt Disney Comics and Stories #1? It's this one right here. The first appearance of Fin Fang Foom. Nice. No place on earth will give you the safety, mortal, when Fin Fang Foom strikes. I don't know if that's his actual accent, but it sounded good. Sounded good. So that is 1961, Strange Tales #89. Fin Fang Foom. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta like it. Got to like it. And here is the last book in the box. I need to get these books processed in time for the preview, which should go up in another couple of weeks. Here's Planet Comics #1. That's sweet. Which is kind of funny. Like, I guess they're in outer space. And they got these really weird full-body space helmets. But then their arms and legs are just exposed. So maybe it's just like a small planetoid with some kind of pressure and atmosphere. I don't know. It's hard to say. I like the gears, the cranks here on the door. It's very scientific. Advanced technology. And only on one side, by the way. So, if this one gives out, that door's not closing. That's crazy. This one's trying to grab the girl, the one with the pink hair. One-eyed, pink-haired, flying planet people eaters. Excuse me. I'm too old to make jokes like that. This planet's awful close, though, that you can see its ring. Maybe this is a moon of that planet, although there's a bunch of them. What's orbiting what? It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. This is crazy. But there it is. Planet Comics #1. That's pretty gosh darn cool. Well, thank you for looking at those books with me. That was a good time. I had a good time anyway. I don't know about you. And what is our... oh, you know what? To enter the contest, our secret double extra top secret special extra... I don't know what I'm saying. The double extra super top secret password, there you go, is Elite Booger. Because all of these are going into the Elite auction. So Elite Booger is the comment you need to leave, or leave it in your regular comment, whichever you might like to do, whatever floats your boat. And leave that in the comments. You will be entered into the great giveaway contest. So, I guess I've said it all. We've certainly seen it all. So until next time, goodbye, good luck, and please, be good to each other.